Does code run in or on a thread? Any programmers around? Which of the following is correct or more common? The code runs in a background thread. The code runs on a background thread. That's it. Just a simple word different. As an alternative, the code might also be executed in / on a thread if that makes a difference.
In a thread, but on a server or an OS, in my experience as a programmer.
I've heard read both being used pretty much interchangeably. If you want to make a distinction, maybe look at how the code you are describing is being run. Example 1. Given two paths of execution, two threads, and one routine is always run on the secondary thread, one might say that routine is run on the thread. Example 2. Given one primary thread, and a subroutine which starts its own thread to run asynchronously, then it might be said to run in the thread.
Use on the thread to mean that a thread, usually named, is going to carry out a task. For example, events can be dispatched on the event thread. One might also say that graphics rendering occurs on the UI thread. You wouldn't ordinarily refer to code as running on the thread, but instead use to describe what task runs in that context. This is roughly analogous to running something on a server. Use in the thread to mean that a thread, possibly unnamed, is running code. Threads are abstract concepts that operate like a box, and on all modern systems, code runs within that context, and are therefore, in the thread. It's usually described in a general way to conceptualize how threads work. There is usually only one right way to refer to in on the thread, and you'd have to use the correct context or it might sound odd to professional or experienced developers.